Steven. I am a tattoo artist here in Sol Design Nagoya. I come from a small city in the northern part of the Philippines called Baguio, and I'm very proud of my Igorot roots. I was inspired by the uniqueness of tattoo as an art medium. You know, the commitment of a person to put something in their body, undergo immense pain, and you know, for something that might probably stay there for the rest of their life is something that I can't fathom. And like seeing them proud of their tattoos just makes me feel very, very special. I was kind of like confident with the craft, with my work, so I decided to become a tattoo artist here in Japan because there was a window of opportunity that opened up, and I just took that opportunity. I knew that when I came here, I would learn a lot of things from other artists, you know, meet clients, you know, learn the culture, because I'm very fond of the Japanese culture. I think that's what brought me here. And you know, hopefully I could help uplift or elevate the tattooing scene here in Japan. Like every time I scroll through Instagram and I see anime tattoos, they always stand out because it's something that became popular just quite recently, I think. I mean, it's been done before, but recently there's like a surge of like customers who want to get anime tattoos. And every time I see one on Instagram, they're all nice. I love them all. Who doesn't? The motifs that I really enjoy looking at are actually those that are like taken out of like the manga panels, you know, those straightly cut out from the manga and then like straightly, I know, slapped into the skin, and there you go. I think those are the ones that I really like, because like they use very, very minimal colors, just black, and that's it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
I don't see a certain commonality between the people who get anime tattoos because everyone loves them, you know? Young, old, men, women, everyone gets them. Like anyone can get them. Like we grew up watching anime. Well, at first I thought like anime was only for kids, but then as I grow up, I started to realize like there's like layers of like wisdom, life lessons in animes that are being portrayed, which is I find very, very interesting. So I don't think there's like commonalities of people who get anime tattoos. Anyone can get them. There was this one anime design that I did recently. It's from a manga panel from, I think is it from Ghibli? Akira? Anyway, I did one Ghibli before, quite recently, and it's probably one of my favorites. It stood out because it's a very old anime. And I think it's one of the best anime movies there are. I think so. So I did that design from Evangelion, right? I think that's the anime, Rei. And yeah, I also enjoyed that one. Actually, the customer I did that tattoo on, he got, I think, 2 more anime-inspired tattoos. I enjoyed that piece, definitely. Like if you're doing anime tattoos, like when you look at an anime panel, you know, you see the face, you see the hands, and usually like the arms and hands are like very expressive. So it's like very important to like include them in the tattoo. Like I think the Rei tattoo I did, like she had her arms like this, which is like very expressive. I think it's like something that's very important in the design. And that being said, you need to tattoo the face, the hair, and the hands, which could be very, very, very intricate. It could be very detailed. So that for me is like the most difficult part, because you need to put details that are important, you know? You can't miss those details, because if you miss those details, it's just going to be like, it's not going to be as beautiful as it is if you were, you know, to put those details aside. Yeah. Okay, for today's design, we did Son Goku, from the young Son Goku from the anime called Dragon Ball. I think anyone knows what Dragon Ball is. Yeah, so we did that. Most of us, like growing up, we watch a lot of animes. You know, it's almost like a part of our childhood. Without that, it's like, you know, childhood is lacking or something. So he chose Dragon Ball because for the customer and I, it's something that we really connect with, because it's something that we really enjoyed watching when we were kids. So yeah, so we ended up with Son Goku. For the tattooing products that I used for today, I used solid ink for the orange, and I used dynamic black and watered them down for the gray tones. And for the needles, of course, I used RIZIN needles for today. I used 5 round liner and 3 round liner. I used the 5 liner for the thicker lines, and I used the 3 liner for like the dot shading. And I also used a 7 magnum to fill the hair for the solid blacks and to fill out the color. Just like any anime tattoos that I do, I pay attention to the details because I think that's where the most important part is. I tend to put details where they are important, and I try to leave them out where they are not that important. But today's design is kind of, it's not as complicated as what I used to do before, but like as always, I try to focus on the details and the accuracy. I try not to miss lines, something like that. I first started using RIZIN when I came here in the summer of 2019. It's the brand of needle that the studio purchased for us. Ever since then, I was kind of like surprised how good the needles were. And then throughout the 2+ years that I've been using RIZIN needles, they just got better and better. They got more consistent with their products, which is very helpful too. And they are not expensive, to be honest. They are like they're reasonably priced, which is very good. Yeah. So I've only had like very good experience with RIZIN, and they heal very well. I think that's the most important part there, is that since RIZIN needles use like very thin needles, with my style, which is black and gray, I can do like several passes in one area and still not leaving any trauma to the skin, which I think is very important. They heal very well, and for me, I think that's the #1 thing that I like most about RIZIN. My favorite RIZIN needle is the 3RL. That's the best RIZIN needle there is, I think, in my opinion. I've tried other 3RLs from other brands, but they are either too thick for my liking, so I like RIZIN a lot better. That's my favorite. And I also love the soft edge magnums from RIZIN. I think they're the best, but my ultimate favorite is 3RL. There is something that I would want to achieve in the future, that is to be, I hope that today I'm a better artist than yesterday, and I hope that tomorrow I'm a better artist tomorrow than I am today. And hopefully, like, looking back to my career 10 years, 20 years from now, down the road, I would see myself only progressing, and I would hope to see my clients wear their tattoos with pride. I think that's it. Tattoos for me, let me think of that one for a bit. A tattoo for me is someone's anecdote. Yeah, that's how would I say that because, people get a tattoo for a reason. It doesn't matter what's the story behind the tattoo, but there is always a story behind the tattoo. It doesn't matter if it's a good story, bad story, but there is a story behind the tattoo. So tattoos for me is someone's anecdote.
Thank you.
No problem.